Alright, in this video I'm going to teach you an easy but awesome version of the song Mountain Dew, a song made popular on the banjo by Grandpa Jones, one of the best known banjo players of all time, known for playing with a really driving rhythm, nothing too complicated in terms of the technical aspects of his playing, but super driving rhythm, which made his sound so compelling and made him popular with so many people. That's why this particular song is a great one for really working on getting that drive in your playing. And so this version of Mountain Dew that I'm going to show you would be classified as a Brainjo level 2 arrangement. And really all of those level 2 arrangements are designed to really focus on a solid picking hand, getting that right hand bum diddy going and super solid with super solid rhythm and timing, because that's really the secret sauce of Clawhammer Banjo. Really all of music is rhythm and timing first and foremost. Much better to play something simply with solid rhythm and timing versus complicated without solid rhythm and timing. And Grandpa Jones is a great example of that. And again, this song is a great one to practice getting a really solid picking hand or right hand, getting that driving claw hammer motion. As you'll see, we're just doing that throughout and we're layering in the melody as we're doing that with our right hand and keeping that really solid rhythm. Remember, as a banjo player, you're part rhythm instrument, part melody instrument. All right, so in this song, we are in the key of G. We're in standard G tuning. We have a D on our 4th string, a G on our 3rd, a B on our 2nd, a D on our 1st, and a G on our 5th. And in this video, I'm going to teach you both a down the neck and an up the neck version. Again, both of these are Brainjo level 2, but the up the neck maybe help you to start getting comfortable moving up the fretboard if that's not something you're used to doing. All right, let's begin. We start this song with a little pickup. Okay, just that little hammer on. Down low. And then we're first full measure, sounds like this. We're on a G chord, so we can use the open strings of our banjo since we're tuned to G. So again, it's... All right, next measure. Simple enough. Next measure. So I'm doing that 2 to 4 slide, a brush thumb, then a pull off, 2nd fret to open on the 3rd string. Okay, and the next measure is exactly the same thing. So here's what we have so far. And here's where we are in the song. Down the road here from me, there's an old holler tree where you... Okay, now we're going to lay down, and we move to the C chord when we do that. So we're going to hammer on. All right, so I start with that first hammer on a brush thumb, and then the second half of the measure, I start with the open 3rd, and then I'm hammering on with my middle finger onto the 2nd fret of the 4th string. So an alternate string hammer on. Okay, so that whole measure. All right, next measure is pretty similar. We have that alternate string hammer on again, and then we're back to a G chord. And then the next measure. And that essentially closes that phrase, and this last little hammer on there is, remember, how we started the song, so we're kind of picking up to go into the next half of this first phrase. All right, so those last 4 measures. All right, next measure, thought that I ought to. Just like before, next measures, just like before. Next measure, we're going up a little bit in the melody. All right, And here I do, the second half I do a hammer on from the 3rd fret to the 5th fret of the 2nd string. Just I like that embellishment. And then next measure, we're going to pull off that 3rd fret, and then a brush thumb. Okay, so all 4 of those measures. All right, now we're gonna close with Good Old Mountain Dew. So we do this first measure. Okay, we've done that before. Now we're moving to a G chord. To a D chord. I'm gonna form the partial D, 2nd fret on the 3rd string, 3rd fret of the 2nd string. And I'm gonna just hammer on when I'm doing that hammer on from the open 3rd to the 2nd fret. I'm just gonna hammer on to the whole chord. And then back to open strings. Okay? So these last 4 measures again. Okay? All right, so all together. Now, one little thing that I would usually do when I'm playing this is in these measures where we're doing this little move, all right, I'm usually going to hammer on and then pull off as I'm brushing to give this sound. So, versus, okay, you hear the difference? And just if I isolate that 4th string, is essentially what I'm doing. All right, so that's another option you can do as you're playing this. It's really an easy way to get a nice, cool effect, because all it really requires you to do is do a pull off when you're lifting your finger off of that string, as long as you do it in time with the music, right? Okay, so now let's play the little up the neck break. So we're just gonna essentially play what we just played an octave higher. So we're gonna start out like this with our pickup on the 1st string. All right, down the road. First full measure. Then we're gonna move to the 5th fret. Then we're gonna go 9th fret, 7th, and I'm gonna do a pull off to the open. I'm going to repeat that same phrase. So all together we have. All right, I'm going to go to a bar at the 5th fret. Okay, next measure. I'm going to go to the 8th fret to give a little blue note. And then I'm going to do a pull off 7th fret to 5th fret. So that again. So we're back to a G chord, and we're on the 5th fret of the 1st string, so the rest of the strings are open. So again. Next measure. So all of those together sound like this. And now essentially we're repeating the phrase again, starting out the same. Okay. Now we're gonna go all the way up to fret 12. Again. I'm hammering on to the 14th fret, then back to 12. And then then I'm moving to 8th fret of the 2nd string. So all together. And now we just have good old Mountain Dew. So we're right here in position. We're at the 8th fret of the 2nd string. Just bring a finger over to the 9th fret of the 1st string. And then we're gonna do we're gonna hit the 7th fret, 1st string, and do a hammer-on onto the 8th fret of the 2nd string. So, and then bar across 7th fret, which is a D chord. Resolve to our G. All right. So those last 4 measures again sound like this. All right, so this whole higher break sounds like this. All right, and there you have it. So those are 2 options for a break to play. You got the down the neck, and then if you want to try your hand at that up the neck break, then go for it as well. I'll give you a little bit of experience moving vertically up and down your banjo neck. And again, remember with this song, keep solid rhythm and timing is really the key. Keep that solid boom diddy rhythm going throughout the whole thing. And we shouldn't have to really break that pulse hardly at all in this entire song the way it's arranged. So have fun with it, Mountain Dew. I'll see you next time.